Hello citizens, how is it going? It's a great Sunday. Yesterday we beat Norwich 4-0 away from home and it was a great result. I thought we played really well, particularly in the second half as well. And there were some fantastic performances all around. It was nice to see Fernandinho get 90 minutes and he dominated that defensive midfield role. You know, and there were great performances all around. But the one we're going to talk about today is Raheem Sterling. Of course, he scored the perfect hat-trick yesterday, left foot, right foot and header. Two of them were tap-ins. But you're going to take them however you can. And his first goal, I think, summarised what we want to see from Sterling and where he was a couple of years ago. So early in the season, I was quite critical of him. And I think City fans in general were quite frustrated with him at times, particularly before Christmas. And I think that's fair to say as well. And I think, you know, maybe you say he deserves it, maybe he doesn't. And I know he didn't get much of a pre-season because of the Euros, you know, the same with De Bruyne and plays like that. We had a few issues starting up. We had the same last season as well when we played the Champions League final, and that we didn't have much preseason. We got off to a slow start in the league and we've had to play catch up, but now we're at the top. You know, players are finding their form a little bit, which is also fair to say as well. Players are going to naturally find better form and play better when the rest of the team is playing well and, you know, you're winning games. That's just the way football is. But Sterling at the start of December had only scored 1 goal for the season, but now I think he's on something like 10 in the league, something like that. He's playing really well. I think he scored 11 in his last 16 games. And he's on form, and it's what we want to see from him. I mean, Pep in his post-match interview said that that game really showed how aggressive he is at the moment, how confident he is, and I think he's proven in the last few games. You know, when he came on against Fulham, I said it in the watch-along that, you know, he's carrying the ball better, he's running the defenders, and yeah, you could argue, okay, Fulham are a championship team, but then he did the same thing against Brentford. He won us that penalty. Again, that's from his drive forward, his aggression on the ball, and then look at the game yesterday against Norwich. That first goal, you know, he touches it down, he shifts it on his right and he smashes it, well, he killed it into the far corner over the keeper. Great goal. It was a fantastic goal, and we've seen Sterling do that a number of times, but not for a couple of years now. You know, we didn't see much of him last season. I think when his confidence dropped, the whole contract saga is not helping. But if this is the way he's going, I mean, I would have said back in December, maybe even last month, you know, sell him, get rid of him, maybe it's time for him to go. You know, and I definitely have said that in the last few weeks. And then looking at it now, I mean, who would I prefer to have, Sterling or Mahrez? Again, Pep in the post-match interview, he said that, you know, and this is the thing about Pep, he does like to criticise his own players every now and then, you know, not much. You know, he's not like he's throwing them under the bus or anything, but he just gives one little aspect of the game they need to change, maybe to fire them up a little bit. You know, he just mentions it in the interview. He's like, yeah, needs to improve this. He knows this. And that player hears it. It's like, all right, I'm not going to let him talk about that again. Mahrez is weak in the air, you know, and I think Mahrez, yesterday, there was a bit when Mahrez collects the ball and he's running into his own box with it, you know, with his run towards Edison. He will do his defensive work, but yesterday, Sterling got booked in the 91st minute, tracking back. I think it was a harsh booking, but he still did it. And this is one thing that we like to see from Sterling as well, and one of the things that, you know, the reason he's played so long for us, especially under Pep, is that he tracks back. He likes to defend. Yeah, he's not going to win headers much. He's not going to jump up for them often. He's probably going to jump out of tackles. But you still need to see that aggression. I mean, you still need to track back and help your team. And even though Mahrez has done it a couple of times, I remember when we scored against Villa, Mahrez got that wonderful play in our own half. You know, he did the box, he gave it to Fernandinho, who smashes it forward for Jesus. He crosses it for Bernardo, who volleys it into the top corner. You know, and that all came from Mahrez's defensive work. So the two wingers at the moment, I think they're an area of conversation for us. It's an interesting point, and I've always said that I'd rather have Foden on the left. You know, maybe yesterday showing us that Sterling is probably our best left-sided winger. We know he prefers the left to the right. Me personally, I prefer left foot on the left and right foot on the right, but that's not how football's played anymore. And, you know, where does that leave? If Sterling does stay, where would it leave Foden? I mean, Foden's not going to leave us, is he? We're not going to sell him. You know, he's not going to want to go. He's going to be shifted around a little bit, maybe play more the false 9 role, depending on who we sign in the summer. Or maybe he's going to be shifted on the right and we get rid of Mahrez. But do I see a future for both Mahrez and Sterling in the team? I don't know. It's tough to say. They're both like yo-yoing at the moment. When one plays well, the other doesn't. You know, they both need to play well. They both need to work together. They both need to come in strong, particularly towards the end of the season and with the Champions League coming back. But right now, I'd rather have Jesus on the right instead of Mahrez. And I think... yeah, I think yesterday showed us a couple of things, and I think it, like I said, going back to Sterling, it's shown us that he's back. I think he's wanting to play more. I think he was frustrated the way his season started. I think he's frustrated. The fans being frustrated at him and not playing as well as he should be, and he knows he can. And yesterday we saw the best of Raheem Sterling, and I hope that continues forward. Because like I said, you know, if we can find some form for Mahrez as well going forward, we're going to be a difficult team to beat. And you know, maybe we got another chance at the Champions League final, maybe. But yeah, just a little video about Raheem. Obviously, a little tangent on Mahrez as well. Let me know in the comments. I mean, how you think it's going. It's tough for me. I still unsure about Sterling, whether we should be getting rid of him or not, because I don't think, you know, if he doesn't sign his contract, what can you do? You can't keep him and let him run down for free. That's not going to happen. And as a club, we don't like to do that. We will get rid of him in the summer, and maybe he's playing to get a move. But at the moment, he's playing with confidence. He's playing with aggression, and it's nice to see him back. Honestly, it is. It's nice to see him back because we need his goals. We need them. Without his goals yesterday, where would we be? Without that penalty against Brentford, where would we be? We might not have won those games. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking it out as always. And yeah, leave me a comment about Sterling, how you thought he played yesterday, and whether you think he's found his form again, and you know, where you see Mahrez going forward, and if you can see a future for both of them in the team, or it's time to freshen things up a little bit. Let me know. And as always, hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching. And yeah, thanks very much. See you again. Bye.